Welcome to episode 4 of Impossible Architecture here on Old World Exploration. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Alworth Building in Duluth, Minnesota. And if you haven't seen it yet, I did do a video on Duluth. And if you're not sure where that is, Duluth is sitting here on Lake Superior. Also did a video on Superior, Wisconsin, sister city of Duluth. Let's look a little bit more at this Alworth Building. And on Impossible Architecture, I like to read out the story and poke holes and laugh at the narrative because it's quite laughable. Here we have the Alworth Building, built in 1909 by real estate developer Marshall H. Alworth. He wanted to finance a building for the Northern National Bank, of which he was a major partner. So he hires local architect William A. Hunt, who's a ghost, could find nothing on this gentleman, no pictures or anything like that, to build this structure for him. It turns out while he's drafting plans for this building, famous Chicago architect Daniel Burnham, who I did a video on as well, I'll put all these links in the description, at the time supposedly designing the St. Louis County Courthouse, which I have to recommend if you haven't seen Arches and Columns channel. Arches and Columns does boots on the ground investigations of the Duluth area. Here's the one on the St. Louis County Courthouse, but definitely recommend you checking out that channel. So this Alworth is so impressed with the work that Daniel Burnham's doing on the local courthouse that he cancels the contract with Hunt and commissions Burnham to design the new office building. Burnham decides to squash Hunt's plan of demolishing the neighboring buildings and instead build a narrow 16-story tower. Alworth, of course, accepts Burnham's proposal, and the construction begins immediately when he accepts his proposal. Okay, I guess so. They give us a name of the construction company, and I guess if we put that construction company into a DuckDuckGo search, the first thing that comes up is the link we're already looking at, which is interesting. And here's where the story gets good. The building is ready for occupancy May 10th. After just 9 months of construction, most of which occurred during the winter. Any locals in Duluth want to chime in on Duluth winters and how difficult that prospect would have been? We have 275 offices in this building over a 9-month period. How many offices per day is that? Let's get the calculator out. And let's just say that we have 30 days in a month. Times 9. Ooh. 275. Look at that. Less than one office per day, just under. Isn't that interesting? And just a brief description of the structure itself. Steel framed, reinforced with concrete. Of course, pouring concrete in the winter is a very difficult task. Exterior is a buff colored brick with terracotta ornamentation, with large oval windows and terracotta lion's heads. So when did they have time to put the lion's heads on? You have to wonder. And the interior featured marble bank counters and marble tile floors, mahogany woodwork and furniture, and offices with marble wainscoting trimmed in mahogany. Could not find any pictures of the interior. Now, it took me a little while to do this video. This was one of the inspirations to start the Impossible Architecture series. Here we're seeing a photograph from 1912. This will be 3 years after completion. And I don't know, that's a tough build if you ask me. Looks like it's been sitting there for quite some time. What do you think? We get another look at Duluth, some of the buildings along that stretch. That's definitely an old world stretch. Duluth, an old world hub, I have suggested. Let's take a look at those terracotta lions. A little bit of frivolous flair, with quite the cornice ornamentation here along the top as well. Remember, 9 months during the winter in Duluth, Minnesota. 275 office rooms. What do you think? That doesn't even include the lobby area, the 275 number. Quite ridiculous, if you ask me. What's your take? Impossible, or something we can just attribute to the hard work of the folks of the days gone by? Thanks for watching.